Welcome back to Tybee Time. Here I have 2 full racks of St. Louis style pork ribs. I am going to dry brine one rack, wet brine the other rack, and this is going to be a dry brine versus wet brine video. And then we're going to slow roast them in the oven. So to begin with, we're going to take them out of the packaging, discard that, and we're going to rinse both racks off, and we'll be right back. All right, let's start with dry brining first. This is the first rack. I just removed its packaging. I rinsed it. And now there's just a couple things here I want to trim off. These are kitchen shears. And I just want this flap off. And then we're going to take that silver skin, this thing off the back here. It's a lot easier if you don't use a sharp knife. If you use something that's dull like this, like a spoon, the back of a spoon, you can get under the bones. Look here. Okay, here. Just get underneath it. And then a lot of times it's easier if you hold onto it with a dry paper towel. Otherwise it slips out of your hand. And it's better if it comes in one piece. You're lucky if it comes in one piece. Let's see. I'm going to keep it in one piece. If I can grab on here. Let me grab another paper towel. Okay. See, and I've done this before and it's not easy. So I'm going to hold on with this one and pull with this one. There we go. That's better. See how? Just take your time. Just take your time. Just do the best that you can. If it rips, start over, grab another spot and tug. See how it's coming now? Okay, and then the salt will be able to penetrate through the back side of the meat a lot easier than it would if this was on there. Okay, and I'm just going to trim some of these other pieces off. Just these funky pieces. Okay, so we're starting right on this back side, and I'm just going to, I have salt and pepper in this, and this is kosher salt. So I'm just going to start sprinkling kosher salt all up and down all over the back side, and then we're going to flip it and do the front as well. Okay. All right, now we're just gonna salt the front, but I have to wash my hands again before I touch the salt. All right, we'll finish up the front side here and sprinkle the kosher salt on. I'm just going to cover like every little bit of it. And then I'm going to cover this pan with aluminum foil. And let's see, it's a little bit after 4 p.m. And I'm going to put this in my refrigerator overnight. And then we're going to make a wet brine, and I'll show you the ingredients for the wet brine. So I'm going to cover this. Do with the aluminum. There it is. Cover this with aluminum foil, and in the refrigerator it goes. Okay guys, we're back. I want to show you what I've got here. This is the food storage drawer from the bottom of my refrigerator. This is what I'm going to use to wet brine. I have a garbage bag here that I'm going to line it with. Well, I don't know if it's going to go all the way around, but this is what I'm going to use. I have, I'll show you what I have here. I have this giant thing of water. I'm going to put that water in first. Just hold up the sides. And then just be careful that it's, doesn't leak out. Then I have salt and a cup of brown sugar. Okay, and I'm gonna get that all combined. And before I combine it, I'm gonna add one more thing of water. There we go, that's plenty now. All right, get that all dissolved. And then we're going to just drop the rack of ribs in there. Okay, I got a wooden spoon here, and I'm just gonna mix it around. And again, just to make sure that nothing gets out of there. Just hold the sides up. That's dissolving nicely. So when you're sure it's all dissolved, you can go over and get your rack of ribs. And there it goes. Rack of ribs in. I am going to wash my hands quickly. Okay, I'm back. So that is down in there. You can see the rack in there. Now I'm going to tie the bag closed and try and get as much air out of it as I can. And then I'm going to roll this drawer right back into its place in the refrigerator. And I'm going to leave it in there overnight. And then you saw that I have the dry brined rack in there as well. Okay, so we're set. We'll see you in the morning. Okay, guys, I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So here, that's my shelf with the dry brine rack of ribs on it. See it there? And then this is the drawer that I'm talking about. See how you've got your drawers down at the bottom of your refrigerator for vegetables? That's where the bag is with the meat, with the brine in it. And that, see what I'm saying? That's gonna be in there overnight. Dry brine, wet brine, see you in the morning. Okay, so it's morning. I just took the drawer out of the refrigerator. There is that rack of ribs that's in the wet brine. Here is the covered pan is where I have the dry brine. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it looks yummy. Just looks a little damp, so I'm gonna wash this. I'm gonna rinse it off. Not wash it, but rinse it. And then I'm probably gonna have to cut it because I wanna put both racks on this pan. So let me get this out of the wet brine and I'll be back. All right, here we are, all trimmed up. I think that fits all right. Here is all of the scrap that I removed from the ribs. I'm not sure what I'll do with that. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit of pepper on these and I'm gonna put them in the oven. Okay, so I'm just gonna put pepper on both sides. This is the underside of them right now. I don't see any reason to put any more salt on, seeing how they've both been brined. And then I'm putting them in a 275-degree oven. I'm gonna cover them at the beginning, and I'm gonna let these slow roast for about 4 hours. And I'm hoping it doesn't rain today. It looks like it's gonna. Okay, so like I said, going into a 275-degree oven for 4 hours. All right, guys, so they're going in the oven. Like I said, 275-degree oven. I'm gonna set the timer for 3 hours. And then after 3 hours, I'm gonna start putting this on. That's the reason I didn't put a rub on. I like the sauce on it better. There's no sense in putting all that rub on it if you're gonna use the sauce. So we'll be back. Stay with us. Okay, I just took these out of the oven after 3 hours, and I took the aluminum foil off the top, as you can see, and now I'm gonna put barbecue sauce all over them and put them back in the oven. And every 15 minutes, I'm going to slather more barbecue sauce on for the next hour. So stay with me. Okay, going on with another coating And back into the oven.
This one.
Okay, I've got 2 taste testers here. We're gonna see what they prefer. 2 racks of ribs. I'll let them know which is which. Have them have a taste of each, and then they'll tell me what they like best.
I think I already know which one I like best.
Okay, Tynan, which one do you like?
This one.
You like that one best, do you? Okay,
I
and
do.
Dean, what do you think?
This one.
So you don't, each of you likes a different one?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
that's
one-
good.
This
Okay.
one is moister.
So the one that Tynan's picking is the dry brine, and the one Dean's picking is the wet brine. Griffin isn't getting a choice in which he wants to pick, but he'll get something. All right, so there you have it. They're an even match. Thanks so much for watching Tybee Time.